My name is Arsini Sazhen. Don't tell me your name, though. I'm weak. I will tell everything under torture. I'm too scared of pain ever since I was a child when a neighbor's pig bit me. Then I won't have another question. What are you doing here? Come on, honestly. The man smiles bitterly, raises his cap, and strokes his receding hair. Nothing special, just gone mad and now let down my team and doomed myself to poverty by spreading lies about the wasteland's most honest politicians and profiteers. At least that's what they'll tell you. Don't believe them. I won't. Now, I have another question. What is this place? A video theater you can watch films here, a small fry in the scheme I've discovered. I don't think the owner even knows who buys his empty tapes. And why? By the way, I used to campaign right in front of the Chamber of Commerce until they kicked me out. I'm not surprised, really. Let me ask another question. Have you heard any interesting rumors? The only one thing that occupies my mind now, the dreadful secret I've found out, but it deserves a talk of its own. As for minor rumors, well, the guard at the Chamber of Commerce bunker where I used to campaign complained to me as he was kicking me out that he didn't get to see his dear missus that often because guys like me made his life complicated, and he said it was a rare beauty. So he's worried that she might find someone else. Was he indeed? Let me ask you another question. All right. Let's change the subject. Go on and tell me what you wanted me to help you with. The man heaves a sigh of relief. Apparently he's been looking for someone to confide in. Oh, so I finally found a listener. So, did I tell you, I probably didn't, that until recently I worked as a postman in KRZ? Well, it didn't matter since I've told you now anyways. Nod and listen in silence. The man looks around warily and comes closer. Once before work, when I was opening other people's letters in my room, as usual, I found... I pushed the button by accident. What did you find? A letter, a very ordinary letter, it seemed. Simple talk of food, sports, and cinema. But the longer I read it, the clearer it became that it was a coded message and the words had a totally different meaning. Look at this phrase, for example. What made your Kirill so angry last week? He's gone berserk today during the badminton game with chicken barbecue, so we had to dispose of 3 portions. The man clearly has a talent. Pity he doesn't allow to record the game. Weird, isn't it? Isn't it? What is weird about it? There's some Kirill, who truly loves badminton. Maybe he's just an eccentric? So it's a very weird letter indeed. Shrug your shoulders indecisively. Man googles at you angrily. Nonsense, I says. Dispose of. What kind of badminton is it that makes food go rotten? And what's this thing about recording? Listen on if you want to understand what it means. Well, this is slightly odd, true, but slightly odd indeed, to put it mildly. Bear in mind that Kirill is a successful merchant, a rich man from a distant city of Trudogorad. And the letter came from Paragon, from a barbecue shop that belongs to Ivan and Anton. The shop is incidentally very popular among the Paragon merchants and the guards and the Chamber of Commerce members as well. Oh. I know for a fact that some big fish from KRZ visit it regularly, even though we're not in particularly good terms with Paragon. What is there about this barbecue if it makes people... But political clashes aside. Put political clashes aside. Ah, so it's a barbecue that is not a barbecue at all. Exactly. Wouldn't put it better myself. There's another extract. Got a young lamb for barbecue, perfect for a construction site, garden works, or for badminton. Weird. Does it matter where to eat barbecue? Why necessarily in the garden or in the construction? What is this badminton? Is it the only thing that puzzles you? It seems to me that the many words have some secret meaning here. Let's imagine a barbecue is not a barbecue, but let's say a slave. A lamb is a man, and badminton is, God forbid, some barbarity, a sacrifice, a murder. secret experiments. It could be anything. I wonder if it's cannibalism. Always cannibalism in these games. Now the same phrase in my translation. Got a young male slave. Will be good for construction work, working in the garden, in this thing they call Batman. What will you say now? Makes much more sense, but how did you come to this conclusion? Men, slaves? There's no other reason to talk about anything this way, but believe me, I scrutinized their correspondence. There was a line which sent me shaking throughout the night. On Wednesday, we got a chicken for barbecue and an egg for a good measure. These two are hard to divide. Luckily, we quickly found a gourmet from the hold for the barbecue, and 3 nights later an egg was ordered for badminton evening in the bunker. If a lamb is a man, then a chicken must be a woman, and an egg, then man's eyes are filled with unspeakable sorrow. A child. Yes, I came to the same conclusion, so I started my investigation. Another letter from the same Anton and Ivan from Paragon revealed that they buy empty videotapes in this video theater, so let's add this to badminton creepy footage of an unknown nature. Oh man, I wonder if they're making snuff films. All in all, what goes on in their barbecue shop is the closest thing to hell you can imagine. Tell me, are you ready to explore this place? Proof of corruption in the establishment, many things will come to light, and I'll pay a modest sum for it. From the remaining money earned by the sweat of my brow, I can give up anything for justice if you choose to do it. You can use this. The man gives you a crumpled letter sticking out of a torn envelope. I can't promise anything, but I'll see what I can do. After what you told me, I'll comb the entire Paragon City. Oh, no, I don't want to be involved. I can't promise anything, but I'll see what I can do. I just have one word for you, thanks. This is the letter, an example of their correspondence. I only dared to nick one. Do you know where Paragon is? It doesn't matter. I'll mark it for you. The former postman snatches away your map and marks Paragon. And I'll go on with my campaigning, raising people's awareness. Can we talk some more? Alright. Regarding your conspiracy, there's been no progress, right? Okay. What a pity. But I believe you'll uncover the truth. Lux in tenebris, my dear, lux in tenebris. This is Latin. It means a beam of light in the darkness. It means you. I'm off. Stay strong, man. Oh, crap. I wonder if they're making, like, snuff films and eating these people or something. Or maybe a side business? Strange memo. For True to God Gourmets. What made your Kirilli so angry last week? He's gone berserk today during the badminton game with chicken barbecue, so we had to dispose of 3 portions. The man clearly has a talent, but he doesn't allow to record the game. Well, anyways, how are other gourmets doing? I hope they're not too hungry. Wouldn't want them to lose weight. But unfortunately, after mentioning Kirilli has finished our supplies, and we promised the last batch delivered to us on the 13th to the local gourmets. The next batch after this will include several fresh chickens and young lambs for barbecue. So that's it. True to God, no offers yet, but in a week our kitchen will be taking orders again. Alright, so here's our spaceman. Let's see how pissed off he gets. Xander walks closer to you, suddenly notice that his unitard is no longer silver, it is instead silverly pink, and is covered in tiny colorful light balls. Someone changed his clothes while you were away. Or did you really change the future? The man bows to you politely. My friend, in the name of the kind, democratically elected leader Ilya Sweetheart Kuznetsov, and the glorious utopia he has built. Okay, guy near the statue with a hat to my right. Is built. I come here to thank you for giving my people an amazing, cloudless future. This day you did something good for the future generations. So now it's our time to help you out. Please follow these coordinates. So, Oh, so I think we got the more positive for this quest. Xander smiles as he hands you a map of the region in the far eastern Siberia, placed tens of thousands of kilometers away from your current location. In the place marked by an X on this map, you will find a soft drink factory that was missed by the nuclear blast. There in the storage room, you will find a bounty of at least 1,000,000 bottle caps. Fallout 1. This place is located on the opposite side of the globe, also who would need bottle caps. Wait a second, are you saying that people in this timeline do not use bottle caps as currency? But our historians told us they were so sure. Oh god, this is so awkward. Mierda, the historians of your timeline were retarded. By the glory of the noble Ilya, my time machine is turning off. The battery cannot power for longer. No time to pay proper reward for help. Ah! You suddenly hear a loud cry coming from somewhere in the vicinity. You quickly turn away from Xander, only to see two homeless people fighting over a horse hoof. When you turn back to the weird man in the unitar, he is no more, as if he was never there in the first place, or like your inner skeptic decides if he quickly ran away and hid somewhere. You will never know for certain. Okay, cool. Oh, what's he got in his hand? You got a chainsaw? You got a chainsaw, you can hear it too. That's a little mini chainsaw. Like an electric chainsaw. Alright. So, actually, is there nothing on the ground? Alright. So I'm glad that quest actually turned out good. Because apparently what we did made his future actually even better. You actually push control. Oh. Linen's Wrath. 20. Oh, that's right. Oh, I didn't know you just push control. Oh. Sweet. He's got an AK-47. What does Linen got? Okay, he just got nothing. Alright. I'm glad Xander's quest turned out for the best. So, we got a whole bunch of weirdness going on. You notice a tall, mustached man aged around 30 in a slightly modified police uniform. While his shiny cap reminds you of a lawman of earlier century, his huge boots, giant belt, and other knickknacks seem kind of futuristic. His weird-looking looks become even stranger when you notice that there's a huge gas-powered chainsaw hanging from his belt. It's the Druzhba brand, used to down huge trees in the wild, but modified with a long, sturdy handle, like that of a sword. You, get over here. Just so you know, I actually used to fall timber myself, and if you're going to cut down big trees, the power head on that chainsaw is like way bigger, and you need a bar at least 5 times, or no, 3 times to 4 times bigger, unless you're cutting like stuff that's like 15 or 20 feet across on the stump. Okay, so Druzhba is friendship, and yes, we did have such brands of chainsaws in the USSR. Yeah, if you're going to cut down a tree, a large tree, your chainsaw needs to be a lot bigger than that. By the way, always wear safety equipment when using a chainsaw and eyeglasses. I've seen a lot of guys lose legs and arms and get cut up in eyeballs, not by using chainsaws improperly. Okay, the man's voice, deep and scary, but at the same time somewhat melodical, makes you freeze in your tracks. The man looks you over. 1 nose, 2 ears, eyes, shows at least some intelligence, and can see you're not a mutant. And since you're not a mutant, how about joining the Red Guard of Linen Comrade? Die for the General Secretary today, because tomorrow might be too late. Finally, I met someone who makes total sense. I'm ready for service. Hold on, what's this all about? Stop, I'm here just to talk. Well, it's a pretty good day to die, but I'd rather not go away without looking at the men. Hold on, what's this all about? Ignorance is bliss, future guard. Wisdom pushes toward heresy, but everyone should know what he's going to die for, I guess. So I shall tell you what might seem like crazy talk at first, but it actually isn't. Let's hear it. Let's hear you out. After the war, humanity was set back of years, both technologically and morally, that led to the creation of the various weirdo cults which look like blatant parodies of cheap sci-fi novels in the past and thrive on the stupidity of the common man. Sometimes the only thing that holds such organizations in place are misguided interpretations of historical truth or the objectivity of their members. Listen quietly. The worst thing about crackpot organizations like that is that they sometimes doubt the reality of the Red Guard of Lenin, a true and honest, real-life organization that was created back in 1917 to battle mutant hordes, and its creator, why it was the immortal Lenin, a mighty telepath, a true chairman of humanity, and who guides us from the glass bed of Kremlin. Okay then, prepare to run. Yeah, that's what I was just thinking, Sticks. He's making a reference to the God Emperor. Just by luck, another crazy person. Okay, then, perhaps prepare to run. This is so interesting. Never heard this story. All emotions extinguish on the man's face. You only see his inspiring faith and loyalty that shine in his eyes. Have you ever heard of Vladimir Lenin? What can you tell me about him? Are you talking about the Russian revolutionary scholar of Marxism and Soviet political leader? Smoke and mirrors, illusions, and pseudoscience. First of all, Vladimir Lenin was never a mere mortal. He also wasn't a mushroom or a radio wave, even though some people think so. He was more of an entity, a combination of the best minds in human history that mixed together in one body. The father of communism, Marx and Engels, writer Chernovsky, battle maidens Clara Zetkin and Rosa Luxemburg have always known that capitalism will one day destroy humanity, making every man a slave to his unfair workspace. They knew the money will push people, make them mutate into disgusting abominations, deaf to the desperate, hungry cries of the starving masses, but they also knew that they cannot stop this terrible future on their own. Oh, Demois, where do people like this come from? The commissar throws a look of hatred at Fidel, but says nothing. Keep listening to the man in silence. Marx, Engels, Zetkin, and the rest saw only one way to stop capitalism, a truly noble way. So they gathered in a snowy Russian town of Simbirsk and killed themselves in a huge pentagram, only to be reborn 6 months later as one being known as Vladimir Lenin. Thus the mighty Lenin started leading the people to heaven on earth. He threw the heretical religions of the past into trash, and he started telling people to study more. He turned a terrible war-filled century into the golden age of communism. And when his body started to give out under the pressure of his giant mind, he placed himself in the glass bed of the Kremlin to telepathically guide his people to salvation for all eternity. He does that through special channeling statues that are placed in every corner of our motherland. Sounds quite logical. Sure thing it's logical because it's true. Why are you telling me? I don't get it. The man points to the statue of Lenin nearby. Lenin statues are actually powerful conduits for Lenin's astral power. He talks to his worshippers through them. Until these statues stand, the capitalists can nuke us all they like. We'll survive. But now, one of the statues is in trouble. A horde of moral and possibly even physically mutant degenerates known as the scrap dealers wishes to melt it down and sell it to a heartless metal merchants. I have gathered two groups of battle brothers, but without a wise commander they will not succeed at storming the well-defended scrapyard where these monsters keep the statue. Tell me that you are ready to charge at the forces of chaos and bring glory to General Secretary, as well as a noble death to yourself and all those who are crazy enough to follow you. Yay for Lenin, let's save his damn statue. I don't know about the noble death part, but okay, I guess. I need to think on it some more. I don't want to be killing people just because they want to melt a statue down. I need to think on it some more. So yeah, I don't want to charge into a scrapyard and kill a bunch. Even though he does have a nice backpack, so maybe I can shoot somebody in the back by accident? Oh. You know, this is what's nice about the save feature in a video game. Well, why not, I guess. Hand me your map. The man opens the palm of his hand and waits until you place it on your map. After that, he draws a crude mark on your map and returns it. You will now go to the location. There you will aid other guards who stand against the mutated horde, heroically enough to steal the statue of the Great Linen. Let your eyes not be fooled by their looks, Greenhorn. Your enemy is not human, they are mutants, and of the worst kind. Political and ideological mutants. It's when you get to keep your body looking like normal, but your mind and soul turn into capitalism. When you finish a good fight, report back to me, understand? Yes. All glory to the USSR, my brother. Time for talking is now over. Only heroism and glorious death await you now. Okay. So what is my quest log? The old scrapyard. Seized the band of mutants, stole a statue of Linen, now plan to smelt it down. This is not the liking of Linen worshipper fanatics I met. I should help them save the statue. Not to the liking. So actually... Okay. Dang. There's nothing on the map here. So I have to go outside. We'll see how that... let's go take a look at this. I am like super freaking curious about this now. I know I got a whole bunch of questions here, but before I start going any further, I want to see how this is going to turn out. Because I got high speechcraft, so maybe I can turn it into a good thing and nobody has to die. That's a good thing. Diplomacy is always good. Ooh. Oh, what do we got? Alright, so if we go to the map now. Okay, so that's the old scrapyard down there. Okay, cool. I just don't want to kill a bunch of people for melting down a statue, though, so... Oh, a good caravan. Let's see if they got anything good nowadays. Let's see. So I can get 5,431 rubles for that. Oh, look at. They have Zinaday's Petrovanaz antidote is part of their inventory now. That is freaking cool. I like that. So she started distributing it amongst the people of the waste. That is freaking awesome. And that's what she said she wanted to do too. So I'm really down with that. You actually see the impact of your actions. So done. Do I have anything? Alright. That's it. I don't think I have anything to sell, right? We'll find out real quick. Okay, no, I do have things to sell. I can just get my money back now. Doop. Got some armor to sell. Oh, damn. Sweet. Picked up some of our money back. Alright. No murdering innocent folk. Because people are a little bit odd. Oh. Canned meat, cook. Mm-hmm. Canned meat cooking is like, yeah, that's huge freaking points. Ooh. Will I find the love of my life, the most happiest dream, or maybe even the dreaded. I don't know where I was going with that. Okay, try to escape. Alright, here we go, folks. A man in steel armor runs before you. He is armed with an old handgun and a radio. He looks at you full of suspicion. Halt! Are you the commissar Vladimiras told me about? Who? What? I really don't know what you're talking. Yep, I'm here because of the statue of Lenin. Right. I must be you. So let's not get things too complicated. The mutants have their camp over yonder. The statue is also kept there. We surround their camp and we're ready to attack. Time to show these freaks that the progressive humanity will never accept the degeneracy and their money-grabbing attitude towards Comrade Lenin's relics. What? Okay, this is what I was hoping for. What do you need from me? Tell me in a few words. What if I settle things peacefully? Where did you get so many men? Why don't you like mutants? First, where do you get so many men? They are volunteers. Commissar Vlad Linus is a persuasive man, but most don't even need that much convincing. Lenin is our esoteric leader. The mutants are the personification of the ugly wound caused by our world by nuclear war. People from the northern villages join our ranks gladly. Why don't you like the mutants? Are there those who like them? I'll tell you this. No good man would be born a mutant. They are all lousy hacks, mercs or bandits. Thank goodness there's not many of them left. I mean, you're not too peaceful yourself. Yeah, but we are supposed to be like that because we're an army, the Red Guard, and they're just lawless assholes. They're not normal. They are ugly on the inside as they are on the out. What mental gymnastics you show off. The commander shrugs afterwards. What if I settle things peacefully? Well, that would be a good as well, I suppose. But don't you want to kill these bastards and take their wealth? I can see it in your eyes you want that too. Okay, let me check the surroundings first. Sure, just don't take too long. Okay, so what kind of armor? Oh, wait a minute. Do you have an upgrade version of Fidel's armor and a nice backpack? Alrighty. So let's check the area out first. So that's their scrapyard. There's the statue of Lenin. Okay, so we hold down control. What do we got here? Oop, there's something there. Hunting rifle. Damn, custom rifle. That's a lot of freaking people.